Hello, everyone. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon from wherever you are joining us from. It is day three of the Dominate Your Market Summit, and I am excited. I am happy that we are continuing. It's been an amazing experience, if you ask me. Like what happened to me yesterday during the session we had yesterday was at some point I told myself probably I am even the one that is learning more because even though I am the host, I seem to be learning a lot more. Like I'm seriously learning so much, and I'm grateful that this summit is also coming to teach me, to help me to grow. So as usual, what we're going to do first is that we will go as facilitator is already waiting, and then but before we go, as usual, we're going to pick the link and then we're going to share it, so that some other people from my community, they're going to take part and they will be participating. Some people had already been waiting. They are like, oh my goodness, um they are like, when are we starting, when are we starting? So I try as much as possible to share and then get it to as many people in my Telegram's community. All right, so I've gotten the link now. Good. I've gotten the link. I'm going to my Telegram community now to share. Get ready to be blown away. I promise you, tonight will be bigger. It will be bigger, and I mean real big. It will be real, real big. And I know what I'm saying because the facilitator we have tonight, she is someone that I have seen done an amazing, amazing stuff, impacting people massively. You know, so you want to settle down and join and learn. In the next 30, 40 minutes, it's going to be a very robust learning. It's going to be a huge and impactful one, and you don't want to miss it. As usual, tell us your name, tell us where you're joining from, and let us know what you do as well. I could see, I'm suspecting it is either Winifred or Tonte Brown, but somebody has just joined. Again, let's just confirm that you can hear us loud and clear. Please comment. Let's see in the comments if you can hear me loud and clear. Just let me know and say, yes, I can hear you loud and clear, so that I know that you can hear, you can really hear us loud and clear. Very quickly, very quickly, very quickly. All right. So do that and let us know that you can hear us loud and clear. I'm still going to share this as well to the other communities that we have. Okay. So let me see. Let me see. Okay, great. Everybody has gotten the links now. Okay, everybody has gotten the link. Some people are asking, where's the link? I'm just going to pick it up now and I will post it where they will be able to see to join. All right. Okay. I think I can hear myself very well, and I'm sure that my facilitator can also hear loud and clear. And then I am sharing the link. As usual, if you're just joining or you're watching the replay, do not forget to share the button. Hit the share button, copy the link, take a screenshot, go and share it with your community and let more people join. Don't forget to hit the subscription button, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so that every time we are having a session like this, you will be the first to be notified and you will be able to participate as well as join us. Sorry, I'm trying to also share the links to the different communities. I see 3 people have joined already. As usual, take a screenshot, take it to your status, go and share it and say, hey, PK is live. Dominate Your Market Summit is here and is live. All right. Okay. All right, so we are good to go now. Now, let me start by saying this. Why do we do Dominate Your Market Summit? Because we believe that you are either dominating. Somebody said something. He said it's either you're among the top three in your industry or you're among the rest of the people in the market. You don't want to be among the rest. You want to be among the top three. It's either you are the one in you are dominating your market, or you are second in command or third in command. And you want, every time people are mentioning your industry, your name pops up. Your name is the first thing. But when I say your name, I'm talking about your brand name. I'm talking about your product. I'm talking about your services is the first thing that they mention. And you don't want to be the person that they will forget. You know how it feels when your neighbor goes out to buy stuff and you say, hey, I sell this thing as well. And they're like, oh, really? You do? Ah, sorry, I didn't know. Oh, sorry, I forgot. May you never be forgotten when they are discussing millions of dollars, millions of naira in business. All right. So, as usual, we're saying that I'm looking at the comment section to ensure that we are following and we're also sharing this as well. Don't forget to take a screenshot of this and tell everyone around you that cares to hear that DYMS is live. Dominate Your Market Summit. We're live. Tonight, I have a special guest, and this is one lady that has been impacting people since I can remember. Right? How did I get to know her? I got to know her on the social media space, precisely Head Start Africa. So, there back then in Head Start Africa with John Obidi, it's a place where intellectual, right thinking people and purpose driven people communicate and gather. So from time to time, she would drop some amazing content on that community, and I was like, who's this person? And then I have a way of following people who are making great impact because I like staying around those kind of people, right? So I quickly, went and somehow, followed her on our Facebook page, and we followed each other. And she's been doing phenomenally well. She's been doing an amazing work. And when I reached out to her, I said, "Hey, we're hosting this summit, and we would love for you to be one of our speakers." She said, "Say no more, I am in." Those were the words she said. She said, "Say no more, I am in." And so tonight we're going to be discussing that. She's going to be sharing with us how you can dominate your niche in your niche as a creative, how you can dominate in your niche as a creative. It's something. I have my pen, my paper, my writing parts are ready. I am ready to learn, and I hope that you as well, my friend, you are ready to learn. All right, so I'm going to bring her up stage. First, let me apologize on her behalf. She is not going to be showing her face, but her voice is going to be very loud so you can hear her pretty very well. So, but she's not going to be showing her face, but I'm sure you can hear, and she's going to be teaching. She's taught, a whole lot of people. She's raised a lot of entrepreneurs who are creative and doing stuff, amazing stuff from Africa to the world and all over Nigeria as well as the world as well. But I'll leave her to say more about herself because nobody can describe you more than you. You know yourself better. So here, Ijoma, we do not humble ourselves. We blow our trumpet. We say all the things we're doing and we are doing. Why? Because if we keep saying in the name of humility not to talk about the things that we've achieved, we'll allow the noise maker to take over the space, and it will look like successful people are nowhere to be found. Whereas people like Ijoma is around, people like Kingsley is around. All right. So over to you, Ijoma. Once again, welcome to Dominate Your Market Summit, and we are excited to have you as our facilitator for tonight.
Thank you so much, Kinsley. Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, loud and clear.
Absolutely. Good to go. So, can I get started?
Absolutely. Yes, but first of all, tell us about you before you get started.
Okay, fantastic. Okay, good. So, my name is Ijoma Dicta, and I am the lead strategist at Serene Africa. Serene Africa is a digital management company that provides innovative solutions and digital education in writing, publishing, branding, and multimedia. And we've worked with over 3,000 clients in over 6 years plus, and currently running a community of over 80,000 creators from across Africa and beyond. I am into digital consulting, more into digital strategy calls as a digital strategy consultant, and with expertise in corporate and strategic communications, content marketing, brand strategy, digital product launch, storytelling, business profitability writing, and book publishing. And I work with excellence driven professionals to write, publish, launch and market their books and ensure that their book meets global standards. More importantly, um, I'm into social impact, and so I do that with the Young and More Africa project, which is an initiative that is aimed at empowering the next generation of leaders with skills and tools that are needed for global relevance. And since 2020, we have hosted the Yama Convention across over 5 states, right? And we did it this year again in Abuja. And I whole lot of things I do, but the things I do are mainly streamlined into strategy and communication, writing, publishing, and profitability, and then education and technology. Thank you.
Amazing, amazing, fantastic. I think if anybody were doubting or was assuming or was saying, who's this person that is coming to talk to us? I think everybody, most of us hearing you will be humbled. I mean, I like the part where you said you help busy professionals as well as aspiring authors to write and create books that meet global standard. I mean, that's something fantastic for me. So as we get into the mix of the conversation, a couple of people here are dropping. Somebody said, Kingsley Okoro says, I love this topic. Yes, yes. So that's why we brought it. And then, of course, we have Boluturu Tore is saying, I'm hoping that he says, we do not humble ourselves, we humble our trumpet. All right, so having said so, I will allow Joy to take the floor as she is going to be giving us practice on how we can go ahead and be the things and achieve the things we want to do. Over to you. I will learn.
All right, great. Thank you so much, Kinsley. Kinsley is an amazing person. I think I knew Kinsley all the way from Hested Africa. Like I don't know the exact time, but I know I connected with him from Hested Africa and a good number of people that he does, work with. And it's been an amazing journey so far, learning from him. I see all the amazing work he does, and he's one person who is so committed to the work he does, the level of excellence that he gives to the work he does, and I am blown away. So when he said that he will be having these, even though I had literally closed invitations for the year, I had literally closed down accepting any external thing for the year, I said yes because I knew I needed to be here. So thank you so much for having me on board, and thank you for the amazing work you do. So, I'll be going right into my topic for today, and I want to apologize that I am not able to come on live um, physically because I'm out of my location. So that's exactly the reason I cannot be able to show up in camera. But I didn't want to give an excuse for not showing up today, and that's why I say since there's an option of showing up audio, I was going to do that. All right, so please get your pen and your jotter because you would definitely need to take down some points as I teach. I'm teaching because that's the best thing I know how to do, and I hope that you'll be able to catch if a thing or two. And if you have questions, please hold them. I'm going to be asking you to put them out, and I'm going to give you answers to your question. First thing first, my topic is how to dominate your market niche as a creative and business owner. How to dominate your market niche as a creative and business owner. So in 2016, that was the year I had graduated from diploma as a diploma student from mass communication. And that was actually the year I experienced what it means to pivot, how what it means to be creative, what it means to be innovative, because I had just graduated as a diploma student from mass communication, and I went into the labor market. That was when I knew that literally people get paid peanuts to do a lot of work, because I was paid 6,000 naira then, in 2017 January when I started my work, and that was the most ridiculous amount I've ever heard people pay. But it was literally what everybody was saying: 6,000 naira. They are paying somebody 6,000 naira, and I was going to pay transport. I was going to feed. I was going to take my lunch, a whole lot. So when I began to think, I began to wonder, how can I ensure that I don't experience this same thing when I'm out? How do I ensure that I do not experience this when I'm out from school? And that was what made me to move or tilt towards knowing exactly what I could do with my skills. I like to say this: if you do not have a reason to move, you will get stuck where you are. If you do
Hmm.
not have a reason to take action, you will get stuck where you are. There must be a reason that would make you, there must be something that would make you to move. If you have not experienced pain, if you have not experienced difficulty, it will be hard for you to relate when people are saying that they are taking or they are making certain moves. That's why sometimes I like to say, you do not have the same advantage with the other person. Somebody out there has a higher advantage than me, but I knew exactly the kind of advantage I had. And so that's the reason I decided not to wait till I graduated from the university before trying to discover what I could do with my skills. And so I was actually, after my internship, I went further with my academics, and in my 200 level, that was when I founded Serene Africa. And how did I come across Serene Africa? How did I come to bet Serene Africa? I betted Serene Africa from the angle of, okay, I had known I could actually do something with my writing skills. I know I could actually build something around my writing skills. So I knew that there were people out there who needed to know and do the same thing. There are a lot of people out there who are struggling with, building their own skills. And so I decided to build a community. So Serene Africa has evolved from being just a community to being a brand and a company now. And that's exactly what it looks like for somebody here. There is somebody here that is listening to me. You have something up there. You have a skill, you have a gift, you have talent, but you don't know how to package this thing to become profitable. You are the one I want to talk to today. You are the one I want to talk to today. First and first, how do you build as a creative? I need you to first of all understand that being a creative first is coming to understand that that gift you have inside of you is valid. That gift, that skill you have inside of you is valid. Most time people write off creatives because they feel like we don't have tangible offers. Let me give an instance. Somebody would rather pay somebody who is going to do a painting job well than to pay somebody who is just going to do a writing job. Let's even say even a painting job is quite creative. Somebody would pay somebody who would, who has a physical product. They would want to buy a physical product, but it would be difficult for them to want to pay somebody who is offering a service, especially a creative service. And that's exactly one of the limitations, especially when you're in a country like Nigeria. So, the first thing you must pay attention to is understanding that the odds are usually against you as a creative. So,
Hi,
what
Joma, can
are
you hear
you
me?
going to do? Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me? So, let me know if you can
Yes,
hear
we
me in the
lost you a little bit
comments.
back, but we're on track again. Go ahead.
Oh, I see. Okay. So, please let me know in the comments
Okay.
if
Yeah.
you can hear me clearly.
Yes, we can hear you now.
All right, great. So, the problem with most people, most times, is that you don't even know the value of what you have. You are a creative, but you have written yourself off. You've undermined yourself. You make yourself feel like, there is nothing that you can actually do. There is nothing you can be able to give out, and that's a struggle with most people. So first thing first, acknowledge the fact that what you have is resourceful. What you have is solid. What you have is tangible enough. Most times you feel like it's just your writing skill, or it's just your design skill, or it's just you feel like the skill you have is not it or is not worth it. That's a struggle on its own. So, but if you are able to tell yourself that even despite having these skills, that it is something that is tangible enough, is something that people can be able to pay you for. That's the first step. So the first step to building and dominating in your market niche as a creative is first thing acknowledging that what you have is valuable. Acknowledge that what you have is valuable. Can you hear me, Kingsley? I just want to be sure that you can hear me clearly.
Yes, we can hear you.
Fantastic. Now, number two, the next question you want to ask yourself is how can you extend this thing to the people that need your service? How can you extend that gift you have? How can you extend the skill you have to the people that can be able to appreciate you, and reward you. I like to say this. There are three phases to building or dominating in your niche when it comes to the number 2 point. People need to acknowledge that you have a skill. And it starts by you, first of all, acknowledging that your skill is valuable. Secondly, people need to appreciate that skill you have. You cannot tell me, are you not just a writer? The moment you say it, I am cutting off because what it literally means is that you do not appreciate what I have. And so, if you don't appreciate what I have, you cannot reward me. I want you to get these three phases when it comes to people rewarding you or people paying you for what you have. First thing first, they must acknowledge that skill you have. Secondly, they must appreciate it. Appreciating is saying, oh, wow, you are good, even if they're not paying you. Wow, you're good at this thing. You're acknowledging it. Then, thirdly, they should be able to reward you. If you meet people who cannot pass through these three phases, in short, even at that first page of identifying that skill or acknowledging that skill, if they cannot acknowledge the skill you have, run away. Now, this is the problem a lot of people have. You meet people that write you off. You meet people that do not appreciate what you embody. You meet people that do not they write they just look at what you have and they're like, is it not just right? Is it not just speaking? Why should I pay you this amount of money as a speaker? Why should I pay you so amount of money as a writer? You know, so you meet people like this and you still allow yourself to get locked in those people's or around those people. That's the mistake most people make. The moment you stay around people that do not appreciate your skill, trust me, you're going to get stuck. Okay. So I said that number one, you must acknowledge that what you have is valuable. Number two, you must look for the people that would identify, appreciate, and reward you. If they cannot identify that skill, if they cannot acknowledge your skill, if they cannot appreciate it, if they cannot reward you, stay away from them. Number three, set up the systems and structures that are needed to get to the top of the pyramid in your industry. I'll take this again. Set up the systems and structures that is needed for you to get to the top of the pyramid in your industry. I know most times, because of the kind of upbringing we have, we like to settle for less. So you see somebody who is so good, they would rather settle for less than put up systems and structures in their business. And because again, when it comes to putting up systems and structures, it's not just about say you want to register your name or register a company name. No, you have to be accountable. You have to own up to responsibility. A lot of people have poor work ethic, and that's why you can't even set up systems and structure because you cannot manage big things. Anybody who wants to set up systems and structure knows that they are setting it up for sustainability. You are doing it for the future. You are building something that would outlive you. But because most creative, first thing first, they do not even know how valuable they are. Secondly, they allow themselves to get messed up with people who do not value them. Then, thirdly, they run away from setting up systems and structures because they know they do not have what it takes to actually move a sustainable business. And so, most of them they recline towards what I call the freelancing mentality. Now, what is the freelancing mentality? It is the mentality that gives you leverage to do things the way you want to do. Now, I want to say something. Freelancing mentality is different from being a freelancer. No, I'm not saying that being a freelancer is wrong or is bad, but there is a mentality that comes with freelancing that most people have picked up. And it's that mentality that if I not do it well for this person, I will still get another client. So they are not doing that service, or they are not offering their service with the mindset of sustainability. They're not offering their service with the mindset of what will people say about me. After all, some of them don't even have a solid personal brand. So even if you want to go and tag them on social media, they don't care. That's the freelancing mentality. But the moment you start putting up structures, you start putting up systems for your business, you know that if you do anyhow, people will tag you, people will talk about your business, and nobody will want to work with your brand again. That's where you will now begin to do what? Pay attention. So for some persons, the struggle they have is they have a wrong mentality. The mentality that makes them to act anyhow. The mentality that makes them to feel good. You don't want to do something, you don't want to take action. You just stay there. Nothing. Very wrong. So do away with that mentality. Okay, and that would help you when you're setting up your systems and structure. Now, what do we mean by systems and structures? For every level of your growth, there is a level of system and structure you can apply to your business. And when we talk about system and structure, we don't mean physical offices. I want to say this again. The fact that people are telling you that you need to set up systems for your business does not mean you need to go and rent an office. If you do not have a need for a physical office, do not rent. I would like to say this. We've run Saving Africa for 6 years and we do not have a physical office. And the reason is this: we do not have a need for it. If we have a need for it, we would get it. But because we do not have a need for it, we decided to do away with it. Whenever we do have a need, we would get it. Now, that's the mindset I want you to have. Systems and structure does not mean that you have to go and open an office. Systems and structure means that you can have a solid streamlined method or model through which you offer your business. Let me give an instance. When you come to Seven Africa and say you want us to handle your book project, you want us to offer you book management services, right? The first thing you're going to get is an email that tells you exactly what your business sell, what they we offer, right? Based on the conversation we'll have with you, based on your need, would send you an email that entails exactly the services we offer, or would send you the link to our portfolio or to our document so that you can see exactly what we offer. Secondly, you get the opportunity to pick out the services that you want. Now, when you pick out those services you want, we'll now send you an invoice, right? When we send an invoice, you get to see exactly what you are paying for or exactly what we are offering you. Now, for most people, you find out that they do not have any streamlined method or model with which they attend to their customers. And so they are, first off, they are confused. They don't know exactly what they are doing. They're just scattered. Now, you want to pay attention to this point of setting up systems and structures for your business. So you see, it's not just about having a physical office. You can have a physical office and you're not doing anything. I don't know if you can hear me clearly. Am I communicating?
Yes, yes, you're communicating. And let me also
Fantastic.
encourage the people that are listening. Please, if you're hearing loud and clear, just let us know. I'm sure we have a lot of people joining live. If they're not hearing, they would have been commenting on the comment section. We can't hear you, so they can hear you. And
Yeah,
it's really making sense. Many creative don't understand the place of even invoicing. I needed to hit that place
mhm,
very well again. Now, those of you that are
yeah.
just joining, don't forget to hit the subscription button here and hit the notification bell, as well as give a thumbs up to this video so that the algorithm on YouTube is going to push it for more people to see and to learn. Please go ahead, Ijama.
All right, great. So you find out that most people don't have an idea of this, and that's the struggle they have. So when they talk about systems and structures, they think it's just about saying, I have a physical office, I have a this. No, that's not exactly what systems and structures mean. So, what's the system? How do you onboard clients? How do you get people when people experience your business or your brand? What do they feel? What do they get, you know. So it's very important when people come to Serene Africa, they have a streamlined method. They know exactly how they are going to feel. You get your invoice, you you reply to us because on the invoice it has everything, both the account details. You want to pay in foreign currency, any other currency, you reply, we generate a link for you and you pay. And then we send you another document that entails what you paid for. So that is what we call the service document. So when we send you the service document, you see exactly what you have paid for and exactly what you paid for, the description of exactly what we're offering you. And then we have your NDA, your non-disclosure agreement, and then we get started. So all of these give there's a deadline,
Mm.
there's a time frame for your project, and all of this. So you can imagine the kind of trust that the client is going to have working with us because of the systems we have, because of the structure we have. So you do not necessarily have to do anything big. Just ensure that you're doing the right thing. Have systems and structures to your business. If you cannot register your business as a company, start with a business name. Secure your social media handles. Have your social media handles. Post on your social media handles, your business social media handles. I don't mean your personal one, your business social media handles. And when you're posting there, post like a business owner. Don't post like a random person. And don't use your social media handles to comment anywhere on social media. There's a difference between your business brand and your personal brand. Very important. Now, when you have set up systems and structures for your business, another part again, have a corporate bank account. Very important because it will also help you knowing fully well that business money is not your money. You pay yourself salary even as a founder. For me, I am an employee at Serene Africa. Serene Africa pays me, right? So even when I'm going out, I have my offer letter, I have my agreement letter. Yes, from Serene Africa as a brand. So you understand that when you do this, you know that you're not building a business just for yourself. You're building a business that would outlive you, a business that is well structured, a business that people can come in and they will trust the process. Very important. There's this thing I like to teach um, participants of my business coaching and mentorship program. I have a business mentorship program called CPB Africa, Academy, Clarity to Profit Business Academy. One of the things I teach them there is how they can set up a proper business that do not necessarily need their own presence. I will give an instance. Win Africa offers writing, publishing, branding, and multimedia services, and we are going right into creating tech-driven innovative solutions. And for each of these services, I do, let's say, not even up to 5% or 10% of the things at the company, but the company is running, the business is running. So how do you build a business that do not necessarily need you to be there before it runs? That's even a higher level, an advanced level of teaching that I'm not covering today. But I want you to think big as a creative. Don't think you just need to just offer your services to one or two person. Think big. How can I get to the top of the pyramid in my industry? How do I get to the top of the pyramid in my industry? When you ask yourself this question, you will find yourself thinking big. You find yourself taking bigger steps. You would find yourself moving away from randomness to building sustainable things. Okay. Now, the next thing you also want to pay attention to is we've talked about building systems and structure. The same thing another thing we want to talk about is expansion. Expansion. When it comes to having a business, I like to say you want to expand, you want to grow beyond who you are or what the business currently is. So if you're serving 100 clients, you want to expand to serving 200, expand to serving 500, 1,000. And as you try to expand, you will not want to do it on your own. You want to get a team or have people who are also working with you. So have that at the back of your mind. Except you are not considering growing, except you're not considering building a big business, then you can decide to make do of whatever you're currently doing now. But if you want to build a big business, think expansion. You can expand within your industry or you can expand off your industry. But I would like to teach this: expand within your industry. Don't try to be everywhere. Yeah, don't try to be everywhere. Every single thing I'm doing is within my industry, within the creative digital industry. I'm not moving out, right? Tomorrow I can decide to say I want to go into another industry. That's me as a personal brand. And that's why building personal influence is very important. When you build personal influence, you find out that you can be able to do a whole lot of things, right? Because when you move, the people that are following you will move. But you want to ensure that when you start one thing, you want to build it solidly. Do you know why? Can you hear me clearly? Please, I
Yes,
want to be
yes,
sure.
yes, yes, yeah.
Fantastic. Good. So, do you know why a tree that is planted is going to last for years? Because when they are planted, when the seed of a tree is planted, let's take for instance mango tree. When it's planted, it takes time to grow, right? It takes time to grow, and first and first, it would grow deep into the soil, to grow deep into the soil before it sprouts. What it's actually doing then is that the roots are going deep, deep. Then before it sprouts and begins to spread its leaves and come up with fruits. That's exactly how you should build your business. Build deep before you try to spread. Now, if you look at maize, the reason maize do not stay after bearing fruit or after bearing its cobs is the root is not deep. So immediately when it's done bearing cobs for that year, it shreds and you uproot it and you throw away the roughages, right? But you can't say that of a mango tree because a mango tree has a solid root. Build your business like a mango tree, solid, deep into the soil. It might take time. This is 6 years of building Serene Africa, and we've not started. I'd like to say this: we've not started. We are still building deep, even while we are still spreading out. We are still building and ensuring that we are going deep. So please build deep. Don't be everywhere. Don't be everywhere. Build in one niche, then you expand. Be known for one thing. Just like Kingsley said, when he knew me, I was more into writing and publishing. But I have built Serene Africa to become a company, and then we have more people that can do all of those things. So I do not necessarily have to do the writing myself. But when I started, I was doing more of the writing. I was building a team. I was building, getting results. That's exactly how you build. Stay in one, build expertise in one, then spread, then expand. Okay. I think this is where I'm going to be calling it a wrap so that I can get questions. Please ask questions if you have questions. Thank you.
Amazing. This is really amazing. And when Ijoma started, she said something very clearly. She said, I'm going to be teaching. And she, in a very short time, has been able to detail the process of dominating in your niche, dominating in your niche. She says some things like, on what you do, you must understand that if you have a skill, I think I put it up on my status. Let me read it because I wrote it here. He says packaging your skill and your talent into a profitable business, and that has been one thing I have been very proponent of. You're doing as a talent, just skill to looking at creating a company with a system and a structure in place. So you can decide to stay at the lower level as a graphics designer, or you can decide to expand within your niche. So you can decide to stay at the lower level as a graphics designer, or you can decide to expand within your niche. So you
Okay,
can
hi
decide
Kingsley,
to
can you
stay
hear
at
me?
the
I
lower
can't hear
level
you
as a
clearly.
graphics designer, or you can decide to expand within your niche.
Okay, so can you hear me in the comments? Let me see if you can hear me in the comments. I think we lost Kingsley at some point. Let me see in the comments if you can hear me.
Please let's get the
Okay.
comments. Let's get the comments flowing very quickly, so we could take one or two questions, and our facilitator will go in and have our rest and do other things for ourselves. You know, as a graphic designer, she's talked about the fact that you are creative. You should think about expanding that skill into running a company. That's one of the ways you can dominate in your niche. And she said something again that really touched me. She said something like, when you are in your space, don't try to spread all over the place, expand within your niche. She says something very profound there. Expand within your niche. And that's something I want you to understand, that as a creative, you must learn to expand within your niche. You are a graphics designer. You will always remain a graphics designer until you understand that graphics design is part of the food chain of branding. You always remain a graphics designer until you understand that graphics design is part of the food chain of branding. So you can decide
Mm-hmm.
to stay at a lower level as a graphics designer, or you can grow into becoming a brand consultant, a brand strategist. You can decide to remain as a graphics designer or evolve into a UI UX designer, a front end or back end. Of course, it's going to be front end web developer, to software and app. So you could see how this thing flows. She said something again about invoicing. How many of you think about invoicing? See how she clearly stated out. When you come for a job in their company, they are going to first forward you an email with a document that tells you all that they do and the services they render and the prices. When you pay, the invoices is there. Then you drop your invoice. So they send a document again explaining what you paid for. I mean, that's so clear. So that tomorrow you don't wake up and start arguing back and forth and say, it's not like this, is like this, is like that. So let me ask you, Ijoma, at what point did you decide to go this route? Because not many writers see themselves running a company. The highest I've seen is, oh, I'm a ghostwriter. The other one say, oh, and the way they call themselves just shows you how limiting they are, not dominating their industry and their market. But you are not a ghostwriter. You own a company. What really happened that made you transform or metamorphose, if I may use any of those grammar, and decide to go this route of dominating in your niche in terms of expanding and structuring your business?
Okay, great. So, first thing first, I've always been a big thinker. So, even though I started out as a writer, I had registered a business name back then in 2019. So,
Mm.
um, but I was just still doing it from a community level. I was just running as a community, and then I was doing, and again, because I was a student, actually, I was still a student. I was in 200 level where I launched Serena Africa. And because I was juggling studies and business, I didn't want to have lots of operation. I didn't want to have a more expanded operations on my end. And again, we learn every day also because the clarity began to come as I continued what I was doing. But in 2021, 2022, I had graduated in 2021. I now had all the time to sit down and structure my company the way I wanted it to be. And so that was where I had lots of the website, the everything about Serena Africa. I created the documents, the portfolio, and ensure that there was a streamlined process for onboarding our clients, and it has helped me so far. So I one thing I'm going to say to somebody here is you don't need to expand your operations. You just need to start with something. You've heard me now say something about invoicing. I started invoicing way back in 2019, right? 2018, 2019. But it was not as explicit as I'm currently doing now, or we're currently doing now. Then we're just invoicing more of from a small angle. It was not so streamlined as we're currently doing now. But the fact that I had always considered myself to build a big business or a solid business, that mindset has always been there before. That's why I never for one day thought I could ever be, called a freelancer. I never thought of that. I had started from the beginning to see myself as a consultant, and so that was what helped me. The thought of building something big, and that's the same mindset I want you to have today. Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. Fantastic. Thank you so much. Thank you. The thought of thinking beyond not being a freelancer, but being someone who's building a company. So there's a question here from Tare Prosper. He says, I still need a clarity on building structures and systems. As a graphic designer, how do I build a structure and systems, or what are the systems and structures for me as a graphic designer? Now, this is a huge question. I know that, but I would just ask you, Ijoma, to just give just a few guidelines and steps that this young entrepreneur can take and adopt. That maybe in 3, 4, 5 months time we can look at him and he will say, "Yes, I now have a graduating systems that I'm putting in place." So, how would he move his own, systems and structures to help him dominate in his niche?
All right, fantastic. So, first thing first, you want to ask yourself, do I consider myself or do I see myself as a consultant in this particular industry? Because again, it's the mindset. Now, if you agree that you're ready to do something big, you're ready to see yourself as a consultant and not just as a normal graphic designer, next thing first, do you have your normal social media handles? I don't mean your business, your personal handle. I mean your business handle. Do you create? Have you created them? Do you have an official email? Good. Now, I did not tell you to go and run to create or to register your company with CAC. You know, I know most people will say it there, but let's start with the simple things. Do you have those pages? And how do you communicate on those pages? Now, next,
Hmm.
you can decide to now register your company with CAC and have an official bank account, right? Up next, do you have a model for onboarding your clients? If I come to you um as a person now, for instance, I can come to you as a brand, or we can come to you as a brand and say we want to have you as maybe as a contract designer. Do you have a way to onboard us? Because of course we have a way to onboard you. Do you have a way to onboard us? Do you also have a way to onboard individuals like personal brands? When they come to
Hmm.
you, is there a document you can give to them and say, okay, this is exactly what we're offering to you. This month, we're going to create so number of designs for you. This is how much you're paying for it. This is the number of revisions you have for your design, so that somebody doesn't send you a design and you have to do it 10 times before the person agrees. Do you understand? And you have social
Hmm.
proof. I hate this thing that people say about sample. Somebody will come to you and say you have to create a sample. Why should I create a sample for you when I have, lots of samples already? But the problem is that most creatives don't know how to document what they do. Even if you don't have a client, create
Hmm.
samples for yourself. Let me say, for instance, you're a graphic designer, you've not had anybody that is paying you for your graphic design. Good. Pick ideas and create those designs, then save them to a Google Drive. When somebody asks for sample, send them the link to the sample. Let them see it. Why should they ask you to design first so that they can see if you are good? If you are not good, let them, if they want to confirm how good you are, let them go to that Google Drive. So these are part of structures and systems. These are the things that help you do your business and have peace of mind. I like to say that I'm one person who like to avoid trouble as a person, and I also brought that into the business. So in Africa, for 6 years, we have not experienced any single, issues with. Can you hear me? Somebody said the network is bad.
Yes, yes,
Just want
yes,
to
we're hearing you. Yes, we're
okay,
hearing you.
great. So Serene Africa as a brand has not experienced issues, with anybody and all. And that's because we've been so intentional about this. Now, if I could remember one certain time that we had a client, and the client was supposed to we were offering a client a ghostwriting service. And right from the onset, I knew that that client was going to be quite troublesome. So we had a document. That was the beauty. That's another beautiful thing. And we also said something. We had a time for refund. because then I was actually still running it as my thing, right? It was just me in the brand.
Mm,
And so when that particular client started giving me issues, I decided to forfeit everything. I forfeited what we had done. I did a complete refund to that client because I needed my peace of mind. Now, if another client comes today to do that same drama, they're not going to be talking to me. They'll be talking with Serene Africa as a um, legal entity. So we have a document, we have everything that is stated. This is exactly what we are doing to you. We have a period that you would ask for your refund. After that period, we begin to charge for every single project we have done, every single step of the way we've gotten on that project. So you see that your systems and structure protect you. And you also know that your business is not you. So that when issues will want to arise, you are able to separate yourself from the legal entity. That's why I
mm,
said that running your business and having systems and structures is not just about registering it as CAC. It's about having the necessary documents, it's about having an agreement, it's about having simple things like your invoice, simple things like a portfolio or a proposal document, simple things like your service document. This help it's not, when people come to you, they know you are serious and they will not want to mess with your brand. So I think that's the thing
mm.
exactly when it comes to systems and structures. Now, as you keep growing, maybe you want to build into corporate governance, company culture, all of those all those top ones are for
Yeah,
top companies. But until you get there, ensure you fix what you can fix now. Don't jump
mm,
from 0 to 10. You can't get you must
yeah.
gradually build before you now get to that top. Thank you.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much. I mean, um, thank you again. Like she said, she had closed, invitation for the year. I think I should learn to also close for the year. And then she ordered us. And in summary, I think what I'm taking away from this session is that the only way to dominate as a creative is to put structures and systems into what you do. That's
Mm-hmm.
one of the major ways you can dominate as a creative. Whether you're a video editor, there should be an onboarding system. Did you hear what she said? How do you onboard your client? So, one of our team member at Kingspire Resources just joined us. His name is Felix, Goswell Felix. He's actually on this call right now. So every now and then I get people reach out to me and say, "Hey, PK, Global PK, I would love to work for you or work with your team. I love what you do. I just want to come learn more, but I want to work with you." And I always tell myself when I'm running Kingspire Resources, it's not a volunteer program. So I'm not
Mm-hmm.
looking for volunteers, because if I bring volunteers to my company, I cannot instruct them and command them to do exactly how I want them to do. So one of the things I
Mm-hmm.
now told him is, "Can I see your portfolio?" And Goswill sent me a link of his designs on Instagram. He sent me that
Mm-hmm.
link. I'm sure he's listening right now and he's also watching, right? And even if he's not, he might be watching the replay. The point with which I accepted him wholeheartedly was when I saw his sample designs. I went to his Instagram timeline with my executive assistant and we went through
Mm-hmm.
it. I was blown away. Let me say it honestly, because when somebody has done a great job, you need to give the person his flower. I was blown away by the designs I saw there,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, this is incredibly good. I did not just immediately pick him into the team. I asked him the next question: why would you want to work with Kingspire Resources? What do you want? What will you be offering Kingspire Resources, and what do you want in return? Send a proposal. Now, this is somebody who wants to work with the team, right? I had to do this
Mm-hmm.
process, and then when he did the proposal, I sent via email, and then I also replied via email. So those emails stands as memorandum of understanding. I made sure I
Mm-hmm.
would play my part and even more, but they have to play their part as well. So you see,
Mm-hmm.
having a structure and systems is very important. That's one of the major way you can become a dominating force in your industry, because everybody that has a system and structure, it will show. in their business. It will show in how they command the influence they command in terms of remuneration. Imagine somebody's
Mhm.
reaching out to you and you're sending him an onboarding. Said, "Oh, please, we're going to send you client onboarding. What they call it? What they call it? Something like a package or a write or an email." The person sees
Mhm.
you completely different. The moment you just say client onboarding, they're like, "Oh, really? Graphics designer sending me client onboarding email? It's okay." By the
Mhm.
time he reads it, his pricing will change. I'm telling you for a fact. He
Mhm.
cannot price your job at 50,000 naira for a month. He will be thinking if you bill the person 250,000 naira a month, he will believe that you are worth it. He can only negotiate to the extent that he or she can pay you. But that part where they are saying, is it not just the graphics design? Abaoga, why are you giving me 150? Are you okay? Why are you giving me 250,000 naira bill? Right? But when you have
Mhm.
that structure, you're able to dominate financially. Thank you so much. I think
Mhm.
that's how far we can go. As
Mhm.
usual, we have a lot of people joining from all over Africa and beyond, Nigeria, Ghana, South Africa, and a lot of them. Let's have the normal emoji. Let's have the fire, the dance emoji, and the appreciation emoji so that we know. Let's appreciate our facilitator, give her her flowers, so that let's appreciate her. We want to say thank you on behalf of the entire team in Dominate Your Market Summit 2024. We say thank you for that honor, for giving us that express attention, even when you had shut down. And we pray that we have a lot to do more in the upcoming business year. Thank you once again. Before you go, how can people connect with you? What projects do you have? Do you have a training course? You have a product that they can jump on, that can help them more? Please do well to share. We always like to follow our facilitators. Don't forget, we don't lower our trumpet, we blow it loud here.
All right, great. So, thank you so much, Kinsley. I really appreciate you. Thank you for the work you do. For those that want to follow me, first and first, I have a good number of books when it comes to writing, publishing, sales, marketing. For some of you, I think I did not talk on that very well. For some of you, the struggle you might even have is um, marketing your products, marketing your offers. You don't know how to market, you don't know how to price, right? So I
Mm,
have a good number of courses on pricing, on marketing. You can try to get those ones. Just send me a message. You can send me a message on Instagram at Ijomadicta, or you can send me a WhatsApp message. I don't know, Kisley, if you can, maybe you can just
mm.
put up my WhatsApp number so I can
Beautiful.
call it out. Yeah, so I can call the number out so that you can put it up. Let me know if I should start. 081. Okay, can you hear me?
Can you all right, call the number?
All right, 081
Okay.
34
Yeah, go ahead. Three,
six
four.
seven 67
Uh-oh. Okay.
eight
I,
three.
I I missed you there. So I'm with my phone very quickly. I think I'm just gonna just
Okay,
type it from. Oh, okay.
all
So
right,
the
good.
network is just been messed. All right, so I have it here. So I'm typing it now. Everyone, zero eight
Okay.
one plus 234 813, right?
Yes,
813, and then four
four
six
six
seven six seven
four. Yeah,
83
six.
83, and then we have 6. Yeah, 62.
Yeah, so just
Okay.
send me a message on WhatsApp and tell me you're coming from PK, and you would need my books
Yeah.
on books and courses on writing, publishing, sales, marketing, and profitability. We're running a discount sale. So send me a message and you would just get a full list. You make a choice of what you want and let me know. Just be sure that when you send me a message you're going to get something from me. Thank you so much, PK. Thank you for having me. It's been a wonderful time with your
It's
community here. I appreciate you.
Thank you. All right, everyone. That's her WhatsApp number. Just send her a message on WhatsApp. Ask to follow her on Instagram. Ask to follow her on Facebook. her. Look for still in the Black Friday season. Get as many products, as many content as possible. Some of you have one of the finest, the best product. You just don't know how to market it. You don't know how to price. You're scared of them to pay for what you're doing, and you are still feeling sorry when people come to you and then you tell them they price you what is below your value. You are so that your value can stick and can stand. Thank you again, Ijoma. We really appreciate you. Guys, that's the number on the screen. You want to take a screenshot of it. Plus 234 8136 Just WhatsApp message and you will get a response. I remember one of those early days, I wanted to really join her content creation program. And I still want to come for content creation class anyway, because every time I see people who come out from a content creating class, they do far better in their content creation. They do better in their social media content marketing, and it's always beautiful. I remember one someone very close to me say, IJ will drill you. There's an assignment for you to do. You don't just come, you must do assignment, you must submit assignment. And I love that kind of coaching. I don't like the generic where they just teach and you go. So where somebody, the facilitator is holding you accountable. So there's a whole lot. Guys, reach out to her. If you're watching this replay, this number is here on the screen. Make sure you follow her. Make sure you reach out to her. Just type her name on social media, and then definitely you are going to follow her on Facebook, Instagram. There's a whole lot that she has to offer. Thank you once again. We really appreciate you. Let me show you the heart, the appreciation from the community. There's so much emojis here.
Thank
Prosper is saying thank
you.
you. That's heart, love, clap, all at the same time. Samuel is doing the same thing, all at the same time. Samuel is saying thank you. The network tried to mess up tonight, but we're still good, right? So thank you. Marvelous is saying thank you. Prosper is saying I've learned a whole lot tonight. Thank you so much, ma'am. We truly appreciate you guys. I always say that whatever you learn here is at the awareness level. You cannot grow with awareness knowledge. You need to go deeper and cultivate the roots. So connect with these facilitators, reach out to them, follow them, get their products, and also get to consume them, get their content, their product, their service, their coaching program. Her number again is on the screen. Take a screenshot of it and reach out to her. Thank you again, Ijoma. We appreciate you. And we say have a wonderful night rest and God bless you.
All right. God bless you too, PK. Do have a wonderful night rest.
Thank you. All right, everyone. It's been day 3 of the Dominate Your Market Summit, and I feel fulfilled. I am excited. Day 1, we had myself. I talked about dominating your finance, and I talked about the different kinds of revenues you should be thinking of generating or creating in the upcoming year of your business so that you don't get eaten up by inflation. You don't get eaten up by competition in your market. And then the day 2, we had Frederick. Mr. Frederick came and talked about video marketing strategy, and he was spitting fire on how you can, why your video does not command attention, why people are not watching your videos till the end. What do you do in the first 5 seconds of your video? How do you gain, when you have caught people's attention, how do you retain that attention and get them to take action at the end of the day? He shared a whole lot. Man, crazy statistics he was sharing yesterday or day before on day 2 of our summit. And then yesterday we had a deep dive. So all these sessions are here on this channel. You could just scroll to any of the videos. Take your time. Don't go anywhere. Sit down. Recharge your data subscription and sit down to learn, because your business can only grow to the level of the knowledge you have. You cannot grow your business with assumption and prayers alone. Prayers is powerful, but prayers can do nothing when your knowledge is nowhere to be found, rather. So sit your ass down and get to learn. So they are free. I think my community manager success said something yesterday on the community this morning, rather. He said that the things that we're learning here are things that people, in fact, they are more richer than some free trainings that some people share, or some paid trainings, yet you're getting it completely free on this channel. That's because we want to raise more entrepreneurs. We want to help you take that solution that you have developed as a product and a service and show it to the world. You can't be making income and be struggling. You can't be making impact and be struggling to make income. You got to make income. And there are systems and strategies and ways with which you make that happen. And that's what we're doing here. So day one, I talked about dominating your market in your finance. Day two, we talked about video marketing strategies that can help you dominate in your industry and in your market. And then yesterday, we got a deep dive on email marketing. You don't want to, email marketing is so sweet. Imagine if you are shy and afraid, you don't know how to talk to people physically, you are scared, you can use email marketing to market your product. All you need to do, if you tell yourself that I'm going to collect at least 10,000 emails in my leads and begin to nurture them. If you sell 1,000, if you sell a product and you want to convert 10%, let's say you sell 3,000 naira products and you are sending email to 10,000 people and it converts only 10% of that, that'd be like 1,000. By the time you multiply 3,000 by 1,000, you're talking about between 3 million and 30 million naira. I'm not sure. You do the maths there and see what comes up. But the point I'm making is we're giving deep stuff. And then here tonight, Ijoma came here and shared with us how we can dominate in our industry and in our market when it comes to being a creative. Stop having the freelancer mindset and start thinking about the building process mindset and put things in place. I remain your host, Kingsley May, the one you know as the Global PK. Don't forget, I am the CEO and the lead consultant of Kingspire Resources, who, by the way, is powering and sponsoring this conference and this summit for everyone. Kingspire Resources is the brain behind sponsoring this. And I want to tell you, you want to do business with us, reach out to us. We're here to help your business. Create a marketing plan, create a marketing systems, help you structure your business in a way that will help you grow. How do you move a productive team that will become not just faithful in your organization, but fruitful in your organization, right? And help you profit more in your business. How do you even create a team when you don't have enough funds? We have all these services we are offering. Don't miss taking action and taking advantage of them. My books are available. Get more customers, make more sales. You want to reach out and grab your copy as well. They are all available at your disposal. Reach out and get yours as well. All right. Shout out to all the team members that have been working behind the scene, the graphics design, the video, my video guy Akan Akman, the graphics team guy Goswill Felix, my wonderful content creator and community manager, Success. Shout out to you, man. Success YG is putting out a training on how to be an SEO. Maybe at the end of this conference, I'm going to put her on the spotlight to also share some of the things that she's working with. Boma, I see you. I celebrate you. And my executive assistant has a fantastic book on how you can get more clients by just your social media profile. That book, you want to go get it. Again, thank you. And then most importantly, you guys are the VIP. If we had showed up here and you did not show up for class tonight, I don't know what would have happened, but you showed up and we're grateful. I traveled thousands of miles today. I'm supposed to be resting, but I've got a commitment to showing up. So I landed, I had not even rested, and I turned on my camera and I said, people, I promised people that we're going to have session tonight. It doesn't matter how far I traveled today, I'm going to show up. And I showed up, and I'm glad that you were here. So thank you. Let me look at the people that are commenting and appreciate them from day one. Thank you so much. I'm not seeing Tonte Brown today. I hope she's fine. Tonte, if you're here, as usual, please leave a comment. And if you're here, you're coming for the first time. We want to see the first timers. Let us know in the comment sections as well. God Gift has been consistent. Thank you, God Gift. Winifred, thank you so much for being a part of tonight's session. Kingsley Okoro, KO, thank you for being here. Prosper, we appreciate you. Who else has been here? Christopher Ekmat. Chris, how far now? I did Lagos. Chris, thank you for being here as well. Eli, Meshach, Eli, thank you for being here as well. Appreciate you. Samuel, thank you so much for joining us. Appreciate you. Great. Big time. Appreciate you big time. Marvelous Ife Bube. I think this is your first day of joining us today of this summit. Thank you for joining as well. Let me check and see if I can see more. Joseph Friday, I'm so happy that you could join us. Of course, Boma Balafama. Thank you, everyone. It's been a wonderful session tonight. God bless you, and we will see you again in our next edition. Don't forget to share this link. Take a screenshot post it on your status. Don't hide what you've learned. Just take a screenshot. Then share this video by copying the link, put it out on your status, take it to your WhatsApp community, take it to that your youth choir community, and say, hey guys, beyond singing in church, we need to also learn how to turn this our skill of singing into a profitable company and a business that will make larger impact. Go do that for me, and I'll be grateful. Don't forget, if you're just tuning onto this channel for the first time, here we teach you strategies, skills on how you can grow your business, increase sales, and make more profits in whatever business you've chosen to do. So do us a favor, hit the subscription button. Subscription doesn't mean you will pay. You don't have to pay. It's just that you're saying that I am following this channel. Then hit the notification bell. You see that bell icon? Hit it right away. So when next we're coming live, you'll be notified and you would be able to join us. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up bell. Just that thumbs up, hit it. I've been checking it. That thumbs up has not been going up. We cannot have as many people here and we have only 2 thumbs up. Hey guys, that's not fair. Can you just hit the thumbs up for me right now? Hit that thumbs up for me. The like icon, hit it for me. Let's YouTube algorithm push the video more. I'll see you again tomorrow. Good night. Elisha, Maman, thank you. Eli Mishak, thank you so much. Good night, everyone. God bless you.